All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking about real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. So, Paul Stanley basically says that a reunion with the original lineup, the Kiss lineup of Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, and Paul Stanley is impossible. Cannot happen, will not happen. He goes on to talk about how it's kind of like a divorce. But here's the weird thing about Kiss, right? Over the last couple of years, they've been promoting this end of the road tour and hinting that there might be a guest appearance from one of the two original members who are no longer in the band, or maybe both of the original guys who, for the sake of just saying goodbye properly, and also for making some of the fans who still don't want to pay money to see this current lineup, they'd make those fans content by having the original lineup all together again. But it's the usual stuff, we couldn't have done it without them, but if they were here today, we couldn't do it with them, So it's one of those, hey, it's not practical. The whole divorce analogy, I think, to be honest with you, is they didn't want to pay Ace and Peter the money that Ace and Peter probably would have required. Because keep in mind, all right, you're constantly being bashed in the media, or at least by Paul and Gene. If you're Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, you've endured the bashing. Like, these guys are dysfunctional. They're horrible for Kiss. They never grew up. They didn't understand the vision that we had. They're just not dependable, not reliable. So these guys probably want a pretty good payday because of all of the negativity that they've endured. It's thrown cold water on them as individuals. I know Ace Frehley is still writing and performing. In fact, he did some music with Gene Simmons not so long ago. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, I'll work with Ace, but then I'm going to allow Paul to throw everybody under the bus. I'm sure they would sell a lot of tickets and make up for the money that they would have to pay Ace and Peter to be back in the band. But this is a corporation. This is just really good marketing and sales right now. It's very, I guess, shallow or sort of low on the priority list as far as the music goes. The special effects and all of the pageantry that comes along with a Kiss show seems to outweigh all of the great music the band made, especially the music they made with Ace and Peter. So if you're a fan of Kiss and you're expecting that these guys might show up, I don't think they're going to show up, because I think they need the proper payday in order to show up, and I don't think these guys want to pay them. They're going to continue to brand them, though, as dysfunctional, and they just can't get their act together, and it's a shame. It's like a divorce. I know Ace Frehley is still mad because he created his character, or he helped create his character, and I'm sure he feels kind of bad seeing his character up on stage every night. And I don't know if these guys made any kind of an exit deal with Kiss where they get a portion of something. They certainly should, based on what I've seen in other rock bands, they probably should reap some of the benefits of the mothership, the brand Kiss, as they conclude their career. And by the way, they're not going away as far as a brand. I mean, Paul and Gene are going away at some point, but the brand is not going away. I mean, the brand will be here for eternity. I mean, you'll probably see Kiss on Broadway. You'll see the new Kiss, which is probably going to pick up where the original Kiss left off at some point, because you could hire guys that could do this job and actually play their own instruments and sing, right? And not have to pretend to sing. And even if they don't hire guys that can do that, they have technology that can make up for it. So this becomes like artificial kiss intelligence at some point. I think it might already be that way, but I'm giving these guys the benefit of the doubt. In any event, you won't even see Ace and Peter in person. I think that's what would get fans really excited, is if those two guys actually were on the stage and everybody was together again. It'd be cool, right? I would not pay to see it, but I would definitely, maybe I'd do pay-per-view, you know? But as Tom Petty says, or used to say, the late, great Tom Petty, why should I pay for something that I used to get for free? You know what I'm saying? Or at least at a really decent price. Now it's, a rich man's sport. That's going to the concert. Yes, once you get home, you've spent like $500 and you don't know where the money went. And yeah, it's not a working class thing anymore. It's for people with lots of disposable income.